Hello, Flawless family. It's Trey and Jay here once again. Happy to discuss Backpack Friday. Man, Jason, I got to tell you, it's been amazing to see the development of Backpack Friday from it just being an idea, learning about, you and your special connection to backpacks to episode one to now we're around episode 135. I got to say, man, I'm just so grateful and appreciative and just amazed at the development of Backpack Friday and what it's become.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And this support, I just want to mention the support from the Flawless family over the years has just been amazing. And I really do appreciate everybody that has either been, a part of Backpack Friday, has a flawless backpack, things like that. And yeah, and obviously I love my backpack. So thankful for those. But also thankful for the Flawless family for all the support over the years again.
And over the years is a great transition because what we're doing here is setting up for a throwback interview that Jason and I did years ago, highlighting the special connection and the uniqueness to his backpack. So go ahead and tune in. But so to dive into the content today, your Backpack Friday videos have been a huge hit. When did this connection begin for you?
Um, I don't probably freshman year, actually freshman year of college. It was kind of like separation from my family, but I had my backpack, so that was something that I had from from high school or whatever. But I definitely got more as I was going to college and throughout college. So I would say freshman year of college. Yeah,
Okay, so it's been for a couple of years. This is
yeah,
a
yeah,
new thing. Oh wow! So that's something that I didn't know. Um,
yeah.
but so in your own words, how does collecting these backpacks contribute to your self care practice?
Um, I just feel like because I'll use these backpacks for anything, for outfits, for just bringing something to the gym, for whatever. So it definitely helps to know that I have um these bags that I've collected, these bags that look good, that also help me throughout life. Like I'll move out and have 20 bags filled with something, right? And not necessarily have to get 30 boxes. I'll have these backpacks, So I just think it's important to have something that's consistent that can help and reliable in my life as far as my self care goes.
Yeah, and I mean this is something that's just so different, so unique. It's very much you. So it's very interesting to learn about it throughout this conversation. But Backpack Friday, the name Backpack Friday, started because every Friday on TikTok you post a new video, and you've
Uh,
now done almost 40 episodes on TikTok, excuse me, and people love it. The feedback and the comments have been great. Engagement's been great, and people really do admire your Backpack Fridays, and they look forward to it. So, I mean, did you imagine it becoming this big of a thing when you first started off?
no, honestly, I was just, vibing with my backpacks, introducing them at first. And then after a while, when I got everybody introduced, then you kind of just spend time with them. And, it's a good thing that it grew so kind of rapidly. Like you said, I'm only at maybe like not at 40. I don't even think I'm at 40 yet, but it's somewhere close. So um, like it's just very interesting to see how fast it grew, how popular it's been.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of times when it comes to creating content, people hit roadblocks or it gets hard because you can run out of ideas and whatnot. So I mean, just in general, what kind of goes into the process of making each video? Like, what is your process in setting up, and where does your creativity stem from? Especially as you get up there in your number of videos you're producing. I can just imagine that I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I would just imagine it might get a little difficult. You might spend more time thinking about it or whatever. But just tell us about
Yeah.
your process, and then a little bit about where this creativity stems from.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there are roadblocks in creativity, but I think with the app TikTok, there's always a trend. There's always something that you can do. Um, and as far as the backpacks go, I feel like they're versatile. Like I said, I could wear them out. I could pack my stuff with them, right? So they're versatile. Where even for the JanSport backpack or the JanSport, I guess the trend where you go into the wrong door or whatever, and then you see something that, yeah, something sarcastic or whatever. When I went to the JanSport factory and I was packing the bag or backpacking, you see all backpacking that thing like that. Just different things where you can be creative within the trends, like without like and having different themes. Like even with flawless, so we have the self care thing, we have sleeping, we have other things, right, that we kind of do consistently. And I think it's the same with Backpack Fridays, where it's like a set, like the theme is the backpack, and you can just try to kind of go through with the trends and kind of relate them to one another. And I think my creativity just stems from my individuality and kind of understanding who I am within this society of normal people. Um, so yeah, kind of just being myself at all times.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna keep saying this, but I just love how you're just so unapologetically you, you know. And I mean, just kind of out of curiosity, you know, it kind of makes me think about the role backpacks I played in my life. And I mean, you know, like going through school, you always need a backpack. But I mean, for me, I had one backpack throughout my, you know, collegiate years, undergrad and graduate.
Uh,
And you know, I feel like I've always had a different backpack during elementary school and middle school and high school. It's kind of like, oh, new year, new backpack. What am I gonna get this year? So I can see how backpacks can be a source of creativity and inspiration. But I was just thinking, like, I don't know what I've done with all those backpacks throughout all the years. Like, I don't know where they are, or I don't know if I still have them or not. So I'm just out of curiosity, like, how many backpacks do you think you have? Like, can you put a number on it?
I mean, right now it's only like around 20. I definitely abandoned a bunch of backpacks throughout the years, though. Like, it's not this. This isn't all my backpacks from elementary school to like middle school to high school. Like, I think there definitely all of them from high school. Maybe one or two from middle school, but for the most part, it's like things I've purchased like throughout college. Um, and yeah, that's that. You know, I definitely haven't kept up with all my backpacks, like because like I said, it's something that started kind of with college, with like the loss of, not loss of family, but like kind of loss of that connection with my family every day, to kind of having my backpacks be my family consistently. So um, yeah, I think once I personify the backpacks, I wanted to take better care of them.
Mm.
Yeah, something that intrigued me yesterday, kind of related to this, was well, related to personifying backpacks, was um, someone was like, if I told you the name of this pencil and I broke it, you would have like a specific connection with it, like you would feel a certain type of way just because you're human. And I think that's kind of the same way I feel about it. Like I haven't gave them a name, but like they're kind of just my kind of family at this point. So I thought that was interesting too. Yeah.
So it's interesting that you say it's like you have a real genuine connection with the backpack. Like you said, it's like family, and I think that that's awesome. But you know, I don't know if this question's gonna be like asking a parent if they have a favorite child or whatnot. But I mean, let's be honest. Like, do you have a favorite backpack? And if so, you know, what would make that backpack so special? Maybe a couple of favorite backpacks. I know that might be hard for you to answer, especially after you just called them all family. But is there one or two that just really, you know, speak to you and really touch you?
So I'm gonna say the Golden Girls backpack, one because I just like the looks I get when I wear them. And then the Duck Hunt backpack. I've had that since my senior year of high school. So that's the one with the ducks on it, but like it's camouflage most for the most part. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but um, I think that's probably my favorite one. And then I'll go to the top three. So that was Duck Hunt, Golden Girls, and the third one is the rocket ship one, like with the
Mm-hmm.
strap. It's blue. I kind of use that relatively a lot. It's my favorite just because it has the strap, honestly. Um, but yeah, so those are kind of my top three for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again. You know, my favorite thing about this whole project is that you know it just screams Jason McLeod, and I haven't. You know, I do remember when like you know having a cool backpack was a big thing. You know, like whenever you saw someone walk, I remember like everyone wearing a JanSport backpack in like middle school, like, and it's such a like a basic backpack, but it come in different colors. I had a red one, I had a black one, I had a blue one. Like JanSport was like the cool backpack, and then also I remember people having like different types of backpack, like Hello Kitty backpacks, or just stylistic backpacks. Um, but this I've never seen it to the level that you do it at, and I think that that's awesome. So being that this is you, and this is you being your authentic and true self, what advice do you have for others who maybe trying to emulate that, maybe trying to, or just need more encouragement to be their authentic and true self? What advice do you have for those people?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say be patient with yourself. And if there is anything that you like, if you say you want to collect something, you want to have a connection with a specific kind of item and personify that item, I would say just look around because there's symbolism in everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's an opportunity to purchase anything. If you have the money, you can go be a collector of the most expensive thing ever. I don't necessarily have the money to be, an expensive collector, but I have enough to, collect bags and, be a part of that process. Um, and if you want to collect smaller things, like I know people that not necessarily, like I know someone that had like an ant farm. It's not necessarily connect like a collection, but it's like having pets and things. So I think it's the same, like having pets, having things that you are connected to on a emotional level. I think that's just important to do in general. And even if that's food,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna eat it, but you're gonna have it. So I guess my advice would be just be authentic and be patient with yourself and kind of do what pleases you.
Yeah, and a key word you said there was connection, and an emotional connection. And we always preach our false how important connection is. But connection can stem more than just having a human connection or a relationship connection. Sometimes it's a connection to something that you're passionate about, or something that just makes you smile. So I think that's just a great point to show that connection can be found in multiple places. And with that being said, I think that what you're doing here is just a great, you know, form and great self-care practice. But what other general self-care tips do you have for others? Because not everyone is, going to get into backpacks, and that's not going to be everyone's thing. That's Jason's thing. That's what makes it so special. But what are just some other general self-care tips that you'd have for others that are watching?
Um, yeah, I mean, I could still say, be patient with yourself and know kind of what helps you. So if that's doing a face mask or kind of watching a movie with family,
Mm-hmm.
eating, like I said before, um, yoga, exercise. Like I would say my second top, like my another thing that I do as far as self care is exercise. I try to exercise as consistently as possible. Like I ran a mile every day last week. Was that good? I don't know, but I did. Just kind of get out, do something, and be yourself. Exercise for yourself. Do something that helps you. I know exercise will help me in the future because I'm playing football still. And it's something I enjoy at this time. So do something you enjoy. Do something that will help your future, even if that's researching future job opportunities that could be good for your health, mental health, right? Just because it kind of prepares you for later in life, things that you might not be able to manage if you wait too long.
Right.
So yeah, just kind of like I said, be authentic and patient with yourself for sure.
Yeah, I definitely co-sign everything you said, especially the exercise part. Mental health is physical health; they're connected. I try to keep up with my exercise routine and whatnot. I did not run a mile every day last week. I did get active. I was practicing movement and whatnot. So definitely co-sign everything you said. But my last question for you, Jason, is as always, ways to end these conversations and talking about and discussing a flawless world. I always say, to me, a flawless world is a world where we're just more compassionate with one another, and it's a world with just more empathy for each other. So what does a flawless world mean to you?
I think is a flawless world is one where we can love ourselves and also love the next person equally as much. And it can be flawless. The world is flawless already. So um, that's what I would say for sure.
Short, sweet, and simple. I love it. So to everyone watching, I first want to say thank you, Jason, for the great conversation and the insight into Backpack Friday. I didn't know a lot of this, so even working with you, it's great to know more of the origin story behind this amazing series that you have going on. I want to encourage everyone to follow us on TikTok for more self care tips and inspiration from Jason. This is where he posts his Backpack Fridays, so you're not going to miss the next episode. So make sure you check us out on TikTok, or make sure that's posted for you below. Other than that, thank you so much, Jason.
Yes, sir.